What's up, savages? If you are losing deals to competitors consistently, or you're trying to break into people that are leveraging your competition and you continue to struggle, this video is going to be valuable for you. So what I'm going to do is help you understand how to define your USP. And I'm going to explain not only what that is, why it's important, but I'm going to give you a 3-step process so that you can define your USP. Then last but not least, at the end, I'm going to give you an example of how to put together an elevator pitch using your USP, okay? So let's dig in. What is USP? We're going to start with that. So USP stands for Unique Selling Proposition, also known as your value prop. And the key word here is unique, because if you're losing deals to the competition, it's probably because you're not differentiating yourself and your solution enough in the process and positioning yourself in a way that's unique to them so that you are the clear number one for them to leverage you to solve for their problems. So that's what the what is. USP, unique selling proposition. Keyword unique. Why is it important? If I'm a buyer, I'm not trying to just buy features and products. I'm trying to invest in solving problems, helping me grow my business, whatever that may be and whatever those goals are. So what I'm going to look for is the best solution for the job. It's that simple. Now, what I'm going to be thinking about isn't just which ones check the box, which ones have a competitive advantage over the others. Price isn't the only determining factor. In fact, it's actually pretty far down the list when buyers evaluate the decision criteria. So you have to understand what makes you unique and how you are the right solution for them at this time. And if you're unsure of how to do this framework that I'm going to explain to you is going to be really helpful. It's very simple to help you get clarity on how to position your solution uniquely to your competitors. So, number one is you have to understand what I like to call the 3 whys. And the 3 whys are very simple. Why anything? Why us? Why now? If you can help your customers or prospects answer that question, then you're going to win more deals. And the best way to do this, from my experience, is meeting with your existing customers, the people that are already giving you their money. So reach out to them and ask them those 3 questions. Hey, why did you when you went into the market to invest in a CRM, hey, what was the problems you were trying to solve? Okay, you were looking at multiple vendors. Who were they? Why did you choose us? This is when you're going to understand in that situation what makes you unique for them. And then number 3 is why now? You had options for how long you're going to make a decision. Why did you decide to do it now or when they made the decision? And when you do that, that's going to help you get a lot of clarity. A pro tip, make sure you're only meeting with customers that are perfect fits for as your ICP. ICP stands for Ideal Customer Profile. So if you're meeting with customers that are fringe use cases, that might send you down the wrong path. So make sure you have clarity on who your ICP is before doing this. If you've never done that before, I have another video explaining that. You can check it out. But get clear on your ICP, meet with your ICP, and ask them the 3 whys. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, you have to do it. You have to study your competitors. There's going to be other people in the market, and so you have to know who they are, and you have to study them. This is where a lot of lazy reps make the mistake. They assume that studying competition is on the company, but the reality is, I'm never going to learn enough information just by relying on someone else to feed it to me. So I need to take ownership of that myself. So I need to study the competition. I need to understand their strengths and weaknesses. What are the similarities and what are the differences that we have between them, right? And your company may already have information to help get you started here, but you have to internalize it because you're going to be in deals and they're going to ask, why choose you over that? Why choose you over them? And you have to be able to effectively articulate that, and you're not going to be able to effectively do that if you're not clear on the differences between you and the competition and what makes you unique, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3 is you have to stay on the cutting edge. You have to understand not only where they're at today, but where they're going by studying the trends of the space. Wayne Gretzky, one of the greatest hockey players of all time, when people asked him what made him so great, he simply said this: all the other players skate to where the puck is. I always skated to where the puck was going, right? Something as simple as that. If you could stay on the cutting edge with where your customers are trying to go, that's going to help inform what makes you unique, but more importantly, how to position and message it, right? So study the trends of your space, and I have a great video that explains how to do that in detail to inform the messaging and the value prop that you use for your unique selling proposition messaging. So now that you know the 3-step framework, that isn't complicated to do. The real thing is, how does the rubber meet the road? And it comes down to creating an elevator pitch that leverages this information so that you can reach out to potential customers, right? Differentiate yourself when you're on a sales call, because it's gonna happen. So you need to know how to craft this. So I'm gonna give you a high-level example how to structure an elevator pitch using this, which is a great way to test your knowledge. And then I'm gonna do a separate video breaking down really in-depth detail of how to do an elevator pitch for a company. So the first thing you wanna understand with an elevator pitch is, what's the problem that you're solving? That's the first thing to grab their attention, and speaking their language is really important. Number 2, talk about the solution. How do you solve their problem? Number 3, what makes you unique? What makes you different than everything else? Because you're gonna have competition. And number 4 is a call to action, otherwise known as a CTA. That's gonna be different in any situations. So I'm just gonna give you a generic example now. So the example that I'm gonna give you is CRM, customer relationship management software, which everyone knows or has either been involved with it, they've been in a company that uses CRM, or they want to use it. So it's a great example to use. So here's an example of what an elevator pitch is using my made-up company's unique selling proposition. The big challenge that VPs of sales are worried about when they're trying to invest in the CRM is they're trying to have better visibility into the business. They want to leverage data to make better decisions. But the problem they continue to run into is it doesn't get adopted. In fact, 2/3 of CRM implementations fail. And it isn't because the CRM can't do what you want it to do. It's because your people don't adopt it. And adoption is critical if this is going to be effective. So that's why we invested not only all the resources to give you the functionality that you need, but we built our CRM in a way so that your reps actually enjoy using it and they see it as valuable for them versus just valuable for business. If that sounds interesting, let me know and we can chat further. Okay. So the problem is VPs of sales are trying to have better data to the business, so on and so forth, so you'll make better decisions. Solution, they want to have something in place, but the problem with the solution to try to educate them is that people don't adopt it, right? This is what makes us unique. We put all of our energy into not only giving you the functionality that you need, but make it so the reps adopt it, right? So this is a great simple example of how to position yourself as unique. In my example here, what made us unique is user adoption, ease of use, which is something that's important. So thinking about what you learn in your process that I outlined above, leverage that to inform your elevator pitch and your messaging so that you can stand up in the crowd. I hope this is helpful. My name is Justin J. Johnson, founder and the creator of the Beautiful Savage Sales Academy. I want you to use this. I want you to implement it. I want you to burn it down so you can make more money and take control of your destiny. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll see you in the next video.